What's up guys, this is Pentecost from IV bringing you the third installment of a narrated tutorial. As you might have guessed in the beginning of this video, I'm going to cover Frigost, and specifically the first dungeon. Frigost is the largest expansion of Dofus to this date, introducing 12 new dungeons, a myriad of challenging high-level quests, and over 100 equipable items targeted for level 100 and beyond. What you're seeing here is the official teaser of Frigost and explains the lore of it. The people of Frigost fed up with winter, and one day, the zealot Count Haraborg's research became fruitful, and he found an essence inside springtime flowers to overcome winter. Impressed from his work, the guardian of Bonta, Jiva, entrusted him with the ice Dofus to eliminate winter altogether. His theories were correct, and Frigost was turned to a lifetime of spring. However, eliminating winter meant that he was stealing the month of Descendre, or December, and the guardian of that month, Jol, wasn't amused. He also happened to be the right arm of Rishu, the demonic god who built Brakmar, and with the power that was used to seal him, he harnessed it with vengeance and cursed the entire land of Frigost to an eternal month of Descendre. Years have elapsed, and some things change while others not. In the case of Frigost, the eternal winter is unchanged, but the people have changed their facts to believe that Count Haraborg was the main culprit of the entire incident. Adventurers arrived to the land of Frigost, pleaded by its inhabitants to punish Haraborg and claim his ice Dofus. That's what I think it is, anyway. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on any of this because I detest the quests in Frigost and do not read any of the dialogue. What's important about Frigost is dungeons and new equipment, and that's what we're going to talk about. The Royal Mastogob Greenhouse is located at -84-49 and is the first of the Frigost Episode 1 dungeons. The first room is a close-range map composed of Mastogobs and Mastogoblies. Mastogobs are enhancers. Mastitis is a close-ranged earth spell if it catches up to you. Mastinade deals ranged water damage and steals 2 range each time it hits. Master Stroke is the most nasty spell that adds 1 to 100 reflect on a nearby enemy. If you're not careful, you can easily kill yourself from your own hits reflecting off mobs with Master Stroke on. The Mastogob is relatively weak, ranged and up close, so the best strategy is to blitz it before it starts buffing, or wait till its buffs are over. Water damage is the key to blitzing these guys, as it has a major weakness to it. Mastogoblies are healers. Masticate is a close-range air agility stealing spell that takes -200 agility each hit. Because of this, it's a bad idea to get close to it as you'll quickly lose your agility and become locked. Moreover, Masticate hits in air, so that the damage multiplies each hit it makes. Mastical is a short-range, linear healing spell that heals about 100 to 200 for nearby enemies. The best strategy is to exploit its air weakness and completely annihilate it before it gets a turn with an air attack or fight ranged. It has no ranged spell to damage you. The second room features a Mastogob warrior, in addition to the 2 previously mentioned. The Mastogob warrior is perhaps my favorite Mastogob out of all of them. Masto Mashashe is a medium-ranged vulnerability spell that reduces all of your elemental resistance by -50%. However, it also puts you into a state where every hit you get, you gain +50 damages. You can use this to your advantage by purposely hitting your teammates with low AP, low damage action spells like Leak Pie and considerably boost your firepower. Masto Schlapp is a linear, neutral damaging spell that also comes with an MP tray. Overmast is an area of effect enemy buffing spell that adds approximately +50 damages for 2 turns. Sometimes it's a good idea to leave these guys unharmed and keep the Master Machache going so you get maximum buffs to destroy other stuff. However, if your HP pool isn't so high, the minus 50% elemental resistance can quickly get you in trouble. Fire damage is the key to get rid of these in those sticky situations, as they have a major weakness in it. As you might have noticed in the beginning of this map, the start points make it easy for area of effect spells to be used. Burning Glyph, Explosive Arrow, Manifold Brambles and the alike can make for a great start in this room. In the third room, the Venerable Mastogob makes its appearance. Did you know? Venerable means honourable. Because there's nothing honourable about these guys, they're my least favourite Mastogob. Master Horns is a close-range staff area of effect water spell that smacks you and any unfortunate enemies standing in line with you. This move has perhaps the highest damage output and makes it one of the reasons why I don't like it. Mustard is a ranged, linear pushback that hits in air. By itself, this is no biggie, but as you'll see when we get to the Royal Mastogob, this spell can kill your entire team if you have bad formation. I'll get back to that in detail later on. Mobility, as the name suggests, is increased mobility and adds 4 MP to an enemy in a non-crit and 6 MP on a crit. The map is scattered for starting points and there's no particular strategy involved here. Just kill them all. The fourth room does not feature any more new Mastagobs. It's just composed of Venerables, Mastogob Warriors, and plain Mastagobs. The starting spots are slightly ranged, and there's not really a whole lot to talk about in this map. Ranged or close combat? Take your pick and kill them all. After finishing the fourth room, it puts you onto a corridor that links between the fifth and the final room. The fifth room is the final room and the Royal Mastogob makes its appearance. For those unfamiliar with Fregost, nearly every boss on this island starts off with an invulnerable state, meaning that nothing can damage it during this state and it is impossible to unbewitch it because you cannot unbewitch states. There's a specific strategy involved deactivating each and every invulnerability for a dungeon, and in Mastogob's greenhouse case, this involves pushback. When the battle starts, the Royal Mastogob always casts Initiate Dawn up before anyone's turn. This puts him into the invulnerable state. The way it works is that by pushing the Royal, it deactivates his invulnerable state and it also gains 4 MP. The idea is to push him once every turn so that you can consistently have him vulnerable for attacks. There is a catch to this though. If you inflict pushback damage on him, so that's anything from pushback onto a wall, an ally, or an enemy, it will activate his instant death KO spell. Everything in Infinite Linear will be one-shot KO'd. Doesn't matter if you have reduction, evasion, immunity, it kills you one shot. So never push him back into something, just push him, but don't push him into things. He doesn't like it. Things become more complicated when the AI is smart, when the Venerable Mastogob uses his ranged pushback to KO you, taking advantage of this state. This is where things can get really hairy. The best strategy is to avoid Venerable by putting him somewhere that he won't do any mischief. Blitz him, or kill the Royal first. As for spells of Royal, Regrugob is the first on the list, and I honestly don't have a clue what this is. According to Dofus Wiki, it's an MP reduction spell, but I can't remember when it was ever used. If I can't remember, it's probably not of importance, so let's move on. Leechgob is a cross-shaped fire AoE steel spell. It's just like a fire version of Dissolution Sacrieres, only it attracts you and the Royal munches at your health. Random summons a random Mastogob and he usually casts it at the beginning of the fight and whenever its cooldowns are finished. So that's it. As for a general strategy for the final room, keep in mind 2 things. First, decide if you want to blitz or leave Royal to the end. If you have the firepower, keep Royal vulnerable by pushing him each turn. His vulnerability ends after the last person who pushed him, so get one character to always push him each turn and get rid of him quick. Alternatively, if his attacks are too much for your team, keep him MP drained and don't activate his vulnerability. He gains 4 MP each time you do and will catch up to you and eat you alive. Just kill other stuff at range and avoid damage. Secondly, always keep an eye out for the vulnerable Mastogob. It can kill an entire team of 200s if you're not careful. And I've learnt this the hard way. Instant death is something you always have to watch out, no matter how confident you are with this. Keep those things in mind and the final room should be easy. In fact, it's so easy that it's a common EXP farming location until Ankama decided to nerf it. If you are having troubles with the dungeon, review your strategy and try to pinpoint why you died. It's usually the case of too much damage or sloppy formation that triggers instant death. And that's all. Thanks for watching and good luck. This video will continue for a few more minutes just to respond to some of the feedback. Right, so, thanks for all your comments on my last video. I was especially surprised that I featured on the official Dofus Facebook. It was completely out of the blue and was really pleasantly surprised. I wonder if it was Isma behind the screen who posted it. Whoever it was, thank you. It's an honor to be mentioned. And not only that, while I was making this video, I got yet another mention in the Dofus podcast. Why, thank you. So next up, to resonate some of your opinions, Del Monte from IV wrote, "The only thing I don't like are transitions." Yep. I used a whole lot of transitions because I thought they were cool at the time. And this has been addressed, and I hope it's not too bad now. Ella from IV wrote, "I thought at times your voiceover was a bit too slow." Yes. I speak slowly because I didn't have a whole lot written on my script. This is something I need to work on, and I think I will require a bit more practice to get more words into it, but it should improve. Wakfu1 from YouTube wrote, "Where did you find the old Dofus soundtrack?" I did address this in my comments, but it's from the official soundtrack which is sold at Ankama's shop. It's remixed and a high quality of the original version, and I strongly recommend it for anyone who's played the 1.0 experience of Dofus. It's a blast from the past. Speaking of soundtracks, the current soundtrack is the Overture of Dofus and is by far my most favourite soundtrack out of all of them. I was actually going to use this for my first video, but then thought that people might actually not know it, so I went with the Astra one. And most importantly, thank you all for your kind words. I wouldn't have made this video without it, and I do appreciate all your support. And that finally concludes my video. Till next time.